Please welcome to the stage the undisputed 8-time Mr. Olympia, the big, nasty, nothing but a peanut, Ronnie the King Coleman!
Ronnie Coleman, 8 times Mr. Olympia. Despite being famous for winning the Mr. Olympia title for 8 consecutive times,
The 7th straight year, Jay Cutler!
his insane training and diet are mostly popular in the bodybuilding world. For many lifters during a bulk, consistently eating 3,000 calories or more in a day can be a chore. But Ronnie was famous for eating 6,000 calories spread over 6 meals a day in his bulking phase.
Well, Flex called me on the phone one day. He's like, man, who you working with? I'm like, dude, I'm doing my own thing. He's like, oh man, I got this guy, Chad Nichols. He can dial you in and make a difference in your physique. So I called Chad. He changed my diet. You know, I went from eating 5 meals a day to eating 6 meals a day. Okay. I went from 10 ounces to 12 ounces of protein with each meal to 16 ounces.
You eating a pound of protein a meal?
I'm eating a pound of protein a meal. And I'm trying everything in my power to stuff this food, and it ain't working. So I'm like, man, he said, I gotta eat this food to get big. So I just kept eating and eating. My body finally adjusted to it. It took about 3-4 months for my body to adjust to 100 grams of protein with each meal.
I used to think, you know, if I'm in the gym working out, lifting as heavy as I possibly can with a certain number of reps while I'm doing it, that I would get big. I thought that would be it, but come to find out that size comes from eating. And I learned that the hard way when I had to kind of like stuff myself. And it was real hard to do at first. And my body kind of adjusted and I got used to it.
Was there ever a period of time where the eating and the nutrition was harder than the working out?
Yeah. Like when I went from 10 ounces or 12 ounces to 16 ounces, that's when it was harder than working out and everything else.
Comparing his total calories to our average American who eats around 3,000 calories a day, Ronnie Coleman eats food of 2 average people. Ronnie weighing 300 pounds in the off-season in his bulk where most of his macros comes from protein. To get to his 300 pounds physique he eats 600 gram protein per day, which covers more than half of his macros.
I'm kind of like low carb, high protein. I'm probably taking in 600 grams of protein a day.
600 grams protein?
Yeah, I'm trying to do.
How do you eat that much? What do you want?
Man, it's raw. It's kind of hard at first, you know.
Can you walk me through like a day of protein intake?
I'm trying to get about a pound of chicken, steak, or turkey with each meal. I'm eating 6 times a day. Well, I also did shakes too. Sometimes I had shakes.
Ronnie usually had 5 scoops of whey protein shake of 1 or 2 shakes a day to cover his macros. Rest is covered with steak, chicken, turkey and eggs. With this high amount of food, Ronnie spends about $10,000 only on food.
I'll spend at least probably $10,000 just on food. But once I started eating 6 times a day and eating more, I used to eat like 10, 12 ounces of food. It was like steak, chicken, turkey. And then I had this nutritionist like, dude, you ain't eating enough. I'm like, what? If you want to get bigger, you got to eat more. I'm like, how much more? He's like, at least 4 or 5 ounces more than what you eating. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. And he was right. As soon as I went from like 10 ounces to 16 ounces, that's when I started putting on size.
Really?
It was so hard to eat that much food. And then I didn't have enough time in the day because I was working full time. So what I had to do is get up in the middle of the night, eat, and go back to bed. You know, I slept, like 6 hours a day. I'll go to bed from like 4 and I'd wake up at 7. I would eat from 7 to 8, then 8 to 11, sleep, and wake up at 11 to cardio, eat, and work out, and then go to work. I had a treadmill right beside my bed. I'd get out of bed and get right on it.
While Ronnie Coleman's diet contributed to his remarkable success, Ronnie Coleman's diet remains a source of fascination and inspiration for many bodybuilders and fitness enthusiasts. It serves as a testament to the importance of a well-structured and strategic nutritional approach in achieving peak physical performance. While his specific plan may not be suitable for everyone, the principles behind it, such as prioritizing protein, maintaining a caloric surplus, and strategic meal timing, can be adapted to suit individual goals and needs. It's important to note that Coleman's diet was tailored to his specific goals and training regimen. It's not recommended to simply replicate his plan without considering individual needs and health conditions.